Hi everyone, this is Miss Granger. In this video, we're going to talk about the short-term causes of World War I. You're going to turn to the back of your paper, find this timeline, fill in the blanks, and be sure to follow along watching the map as you listen. So the thing that really kicks off the war after all these long-term causes and this whole buildup that we already talked about is this incident that happens on June 28, 1914. Now on this date we have the assassination of the Archduke Franz Ferdinand, who was the heir to the Austro-Hungarian throne, and he was assassinated by a Serbian terrorist group. So here's Austria-Hungary. They're a big player during this time, and Serbia is one of their neighbors to the south, and they have a big rivalry. So this Serbian terrorist group actually planned to assassinate the Archduke in a bombing, but the bombing actually kind of went awry and went wrong, and so the Duke actually escaped that threat only to find himself involved with another member of the terrorist group who happened to be near the car where they escaped, and he got shot anyway. So it was kind of a wild thing. He escaped one attempt and then did not escape the second one. So this is a really big deal, and it takes a full month, for the Austria-Hungarian government and country to officially declare war on Serbia. So they, of course, blamed Serbia and this terrorist group for the assassination of their heir to the throne. They declare war on Serbia, and then 2 days later, July 30th, Russia begins to mobilize, which means get ready for war, move their troops. Russia begins to mobilize to support Serbia because they are in an alliance. So now things get a little messy, because if you remember up here in the Schlieffen Plan from Germany, their plan was to attack France quickly and then move everyone to Russia. But Russia was already moving. So now Germany needs to figure out what to do. So the next day, July 31st, 1914, Germany demands neutrality, or basically non-action, from France, and Germany tells Russia that they have 12 hours to demobilize, or to stop their movement of troops. Russia does in fact not do this, and so the next day, August 1st, Germany declares war on Russia, on this date. 2 days later, Germany declares war on France. And since all of those countries are in alliances with each other, all of the alliances pop up, and soon all alliances are involved in the conflict. So even though we had all the tensions between kind of the bigger players, Russia, Italy, Austria-Hungary, France, Russia, Great Britain, it's this event that happens in Austria-Hungary by kind of a sub-player, Serbia, that really kicks things off and forces all of the alliances to come to the defense of their allies. So in our next lesson, you're going to learn about the conflict itself and how the war actually went down. Good job on this lesson, and good luck on your mastery check.